No, I'm excited. Always, I guess, nervous this time of the year as we build to start. So much work goes into it, and I'm excited for a number of reasons. One, from a cricketing perspective, I think our 6 teams are looking extremely strong. There's a great balance of really strong South African talent there, but some outstanding international players as well that are coming in for season 2, and I think that's even stronger than season 1. As sort of league commissioner, I look across the 6 teams. They look equally competitive. So it's all set up well for hopefully a lot of exciting contests, a lot of great storylines. I mean, again, just strengthening the fan bases in each area, the way they took to their teams last year. We've got amazing stadiums, and hopefully that'll play itself out, the vibrancy across TVs around the world.
Of course, talking about talent, young talent playing, experienced players from overseas coming. On top of that, you have a lot of Indian fans. You have a team like Rajasthan Royals. Here you have Pal Royals. You have an Mumbai Indians, MI. Here you're going to have an MI Cape Town. So how are you going to see that Indian interest, Indian investors, Indian fans are going to see, oh, there's an MI team here as well?
Yeah, there's absolutely an association, as the strength of the IPL brands that have been built up over the last 15, 16 years. Not only the association, but we know that South Africa and India have always had a close relationship from a cricketing perspective. The fans in India have always been terrific to the South African team. And know the players well, and I think over the 15, 16 years, not only nationally but during the IPL, there's been a lot of South African talent that's now playing in SA20. So yeah, we hope that the Sunrisers and the MIs and the JSKs or the Super Kings, all the fans from around the world will tune in and watch SA20. And you rightly say that association. I think the other thing is these franchises are incredible. With what the strength that they bring across the board to us, top coaching, top medical, top fitness that comes in can only benefit South African cricket.
How much is going to benefit South African cricket, considering the fact that there is not much time left for the T20 World Cup?
Well, it's a huge platform for the players now, to go out and put performances in. It's a world format that's happening now between the Caribbean and US, and this World Cup is a big one. So I think all players have a platform now to stake a claim with big performances in SA20. It's the last kind of showcase for the local player group to put their hand up for selection for that World Cup.
Of course, and now talking about performances, you just spoke about T20 World Cup. In India, youngsters have taken over, and the likes of Rohit Sharma and Virat-Rohit have not played T20 cricket for a long time. Do you see them featuring in the T20 side, considering also the fact that we have a lot of talent in India? You have seen it, a lot of talent in India, especially in T20, and they have not played any T20 match after the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's balancing workloads and introducing new players at various times, giving the opportunity to blood new players with the amount of cricket that India does play. Virat and Rohit have been incredible superstars of Indian cricket. But the one thing that we have seen is that IPL has produced a serious amount of talent for India in this format, and I guess the selection panel and the coaches will have to figure out what type of style they want, what is the squad that they want to take to India to play on those type of pitches. The US is a little bit unknown, the Caribbean we have a little bit more knowledge, but they'll have to see how they compile that squad, and also balancing some experience with youth, also how they go about that.
And now now since I just wanted to focus on the league, coming back to the league. So South African team has been doing will the wait for South Africa's World Cup might be
I mean, look, it's you can't get away from it. I mean, South Africa's had a lot of talented teams and lost a lot of semi-finals, I guess. I think there was a lot more positives in this ODI World Cup than people were expecting. I mean, obviously a disappointing semi-final. But I hope that, one of the storylines that came out last year was a lot of our domestic players hadn't played in front of big crowds, hadn't been exposed to international broadcast. So I'm hoping that SA20 in many ways will expose players to a level of pressure, the top international talent. It will lift the game in South Africa and keep our players strong and expose them to a tournament at this level where they're consistently being put under pressure, that when those crunch moments come, in a World Cup semi-final, hopefully in the next T20 World Cup, that they'll have so much experience and have been there and done that before, that they'll just go out and play their best game. So we hope that we can really benefit South African cricket through the platform that SA20 is creating for our players.
Right, and talking about as you said, the World Cup is being played in the United States of America, a completely new market for cricket to explore, a new target audience as well, you can say. Having said that, LA 2028 we will also have Olympic being played in the United States of America. So how do you see cricket going to a new country altogether, United States of America?
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, Test cricket is something we all want to protect, but it's never going to be a game that's going to be more than a 6, 7, 8 nation, format. And I think the ICC can protect that format and keep that traditional element of our game strong. But I think T20 cricket is the growth into the future. It's growth into new markets. It's as you say, you've mentioned LA 28. T20 cricket's going to be there. The Major League cricket has started. So there's a big push to, with the World Cup around the corner, to attract new nations to the game, to grow into other formats. So, yeah, it's exciting to see. We obviously want to see cricket grow. We want to see cricket strong. I think cricket really has the opportunity to challenge football in terms of a global sport. So, I'm excited to see how that all goes.